understand that Senapati Bhakta is divine grace, Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila. So how many of you accept that he is the commander-in-chief of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Kirtan Army? Okay, very good. How many of you feel that you are part of an army? Very good. You are part of Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan Army. So what do you protect? What do you protect? Army, the army is supposed to protect the political boundaries of the country, right or wrong? What is the Sankirtan army is protecting? The spiritual, cultural boundary of the world. It's a bigger responsibility. Because Krishna consciousness is beyond any political boundary. And that exactly happened. Year 1922 is a very, very special year. What happened in that year? Two great personalities met. Where they met? In Calcutta. That time, Prabhupada was in Grihastha ashram. His name was Abhay Charan Dev. And he was part of the freedom fight movement. Closely connected. Where we are now, where we are coming, right? So India was under British rule. And Abhay was not interested to meet any sadhu. Somehow, many sadhus he has seen, and he did not have any interest. Did not have much faith in the sadhus. But his friend told him that a special sadhu has come. Why not go and meet him? Abhay was not interested, but somehow, by the inspiration of his friend, he decided to go. And that sadhu was his divine grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Guru Prabhupada. He was like a Singha Guru, the lion Guru. Very powerful. He is the founder of Gauriya. So he was talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he pointed towards Abhay and told, you are an educated young man. Why not take this message of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and spread all over the world in English-speaking language? So Abhay was part of the freedom fight. So he said that India is under British rule now. Now our primary duty is to free India from the British rule. Then message of India will be taken seriously by people outside of India. That was the argument. Argument of who? Abhay Charan. Then Singha Guru, he was very expert. And he said that Krishna consciousness is eternal principle. And political situations are temporary. It is always changing. So spreading Krishna consciousness cannot depend on any political situation. It cannot wait. It is in the emergency mode. It has to be done now. So therefore, this concept of spreading Krishna consciousness after India becomes free from British rule is not a good idea. So Abhay was defeated. And he disclosed in the future to his disciples that was the first time I was defeated. But generally, if you are defeated, you feel happy or you feel morose? Morose. But Abhay said, I was feeling very happy. That is the quality of a disciple. Disciples should feel happy by being defeated by his future. That is the quality of a disciple. Disciple means who is ready to be disciplined. Krishna told Arjuna, you are a number one fool. Arjuna did not rebel. He accepted. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also was having the same mood. Prakashananda Saraswati in Varanasi, he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you are a sannyasi from our school. You should be with us, spending time with us. And you should study Vedanta. That is the primary activity of a sannyasi. But to talk about spending time with us, you never come near us. Or to talk about studying Vedanta, you are always dancing, singing, not alone, with thousands and thousands of people on the streets. What kind of behavior is this as a sannyasi? Then Mahaprabhu, in a humble state of mind, he told him that what can I do? My Guru told me that I have no qualification to study Vedanta. And he treated me that I am a number one fool. That's why he did not give me Vedanta. What he gave? He gave me a mantra. And I don't know what kind of mantra he gave. Whenever I chant this mantra, I become mad. And madman does not understand what he is doing. Kiba mantra dila gosai, kiba tar bol, jopite mantra, korila pagal. So Mahaprabhu said, my Guru gave me a mantra, and I don't know, whenever I chant this mantra, immediately I become mad in ecstasy. That is the power of the holy name. But for us, I don't know what's going on. Chanting for so many years, or to talk about ecstasy. We feel very happy, we feel ecstatic after finishing 16 rounds. But during chanting, something else going on, right? The most happy moment of the day when we complete our 16 rounds. But Mahaprabhu's chanting was not that kind of chanting. So he was chanting purely. That's why immediately love of God. If you chant purely, one name is enough. You awaken love of God. But if you chant with offenses, Kotijanno Hari Name, Nai Pramadhan. Even if you keep on chanting for millions of lifetimes, no love of God. So therefore, we have to chant without offense. So coming back to the discussion about quality of a disciple. Disciple should feel that he is a fool. But problem with the modern disciples are, what is the problem? They think they are very intelligent. They are more intelligent than their gurus. And they want to impress and do so many activities to establish. That is a brilliant personality. So he will be very brilliant, but he will not able to appreciate the brilliance of Krishna consciousness. Right? So Prabhupada used to say, a disciple should feel like a fool, but act most intelligent. But on the material platform, we feel like very intelligent and act foolishly. There's a difference between a material student and a spiritual studio. Is clear? So Abhay felt very happy that he was defeated by his spiritual master. And he decided that he is my spiritual master. Then his journey began. Which year? 1922. Which year he took birth? 1896. So how old was he? 26. Very good, huh? Mahaprabhu took sannyas at the age of 24. So he got connected with his guru at the age of 26. Then he took initiation in 1933. So very remarkable 11 years slot in his life. And what was the instruction he got? Spread the message of Lord Chaitanya all over the world, especially in English-speaking world, and especially out of India. That was the instruction. Then, 1933, he took initiative. That time he was also a businessman, Grihastha. 11 years. Then 1944, because Prabhupada was instructed by his guru that whenever you get money, print books and distribute. So he started that in 1944. He started Back to Goddess magazine in the year 1944. That is 11 years. 1955, around that time, he settled in Vrindavan. Retired from family life in 1954. Then 1965, another 11 years, he went to the 1966, another 11 years, he established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Another 11 years. Clear? 1977, he disappeared from this material world. Another 11 years. His life of dedication in 11-year slots. His life is a life of preparation. His life is a life of dedication. His life is a life of service to his guru. But exactly he preached only for how many years? 12 years. Mahaprabhu preached for how many years? 6 years. He took sannyas at the age of 24, going to Jagannath Puri, and 6 years he preached all over India. Then next 12 years, he was interacting with their devotees. Then last 6 years, he was absorbed in hearing the glories of Krishna in the sense of with his gopis. In that way, we can understand that preaching is very important. But preaching needs qualification. Jnana. If you don't have shastric knowledge, how you can preach? That is the first. Then after getting knowledge, we have to practice. Practicing the knowledge. That is known as Achar. Achar doesn't mean pickle. Achar means practice. Acharya, who preaches by his own example. If you don't preach, if you don't practice, and if you preach, there will not be any effect on it. If you don't know what is there in Bhagavad Gita, and you distribute Bhagavad Gita, okay, please take this book, very good book. I don't know what is there, but you should know. So, this is preaching or book selling. Prabhupada never wanted booksellers. Prabhupada wanted preachers. And who can preach? Who has knowledge. And not only knowledge, practice that knowledge. So one mother took her child to a sadhu. You know, if all the doors are closed, nothing is working, then people go to sadhus. So what was the problem? Problem is that that boy was fond of taking sweets and no advice is working. He is not listening to any advice. He thought better I take him to the sadhu, then sadhu can inspire him to stop. So she went with her son and told requested sadhu to advise him not to take sweets. Then sadhu said, please come back after 1 month. Okay. Then she went back after 1 month. Then sadhu told that boy, my dear boy, please don't take sweets. The mother was a little surprised that this word could have been spoken 1 month back. Simple, no? Then she asked him, why didn't you say the same thing 1 month before? Why you waited for 1 month to speak this? He said, when you brought your son to me, that time I was also taking sweets. So this 1 month I practiced. I did not take sweet during last 1 month. So now I am eligible to give this advice. So you should give advice, what you practice. That's why vichar, then achar. Then, but we do opposite. যারে দেখো তারে কহ কৃষ্ণ উপদেশ আমার আজ্ঞায় গুরু হইয়া তারও এই দেশ right or wrong you feel very inspired আচ্ছা ভারত ভূমিতে হইল মনুষ্য জন্ম যা জন্ম সার্থক করি পর পর উপকার we take one section of the verse পর উপকার but before that it is written জন্ম সার্থক করি that we don't do that. First we have to become devotee, no? So if you don't know how to swim, and out of enthusiasm someone is drowning, and you jump into the water, out of compassion, what will happen? Both will die. In the same way, if someone is not a good devotee, in the name of preaching, what will happen? Both will enter into Maya. That happened, that's happening, and that's going to happen. So therefore, preaching should be done. But before preaching, we have to practice also. And there are different levels of preachers. That's not a topic today. So preaching is the essence. But Prabhupada preached in that sense for 12 years. 1965 to 1970. And he established in 12 years 108 temples. For some devotees, building one temple is a lifetime service. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 108 temples. Can you imagine? At the old age, and also not in one place. Not only in one country. All the continents. Right or wrong? Yeah. And which countries? Who never heard about Krishna. Then he established Radha Krishna temples. 108 in number. He wrote How many volumes of books? How many volumes? 80 volumes. Then had farm communities, schools, restaurant, Gurukul, so many things he did in 12 years. To make a person a devotee from Western origin, you understand, no? Very, very, very challenging service. But when Prabhupada preached, most of the disciples and followers are from the Western world, not Indian Western bodies. That was Prabhupada's contribution. And this is one-time event. Nobody can do it. Nobody did it in the past. And nobody can do it in the future. It's already done. So this is the position of Srila Prabhupada. So you are okay with this idea that Prabhupada is very, very special. Whatever he did is very, very exceptional in the history of Vaishnavism. Nobody could do that. Thousands and thousands of people following him blindly. Almost blindly. If Prabhupada would tell them, jump, they will say, how high? They will not ask why. For us, always will ask why. After all jumping, some disciples are there to die for Prabhupada. They are ready to do anything. It's like a magnetic power. And this power is coming from purity. Prabhupada used to say, purity is the water. So Prabhupada is a pure devotee. And it is said that mercy of the pure devotee is very, very transformative. It can transform people's life. It is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakta pada dhuli, Bhakta pada jal, Bhakter bhukta avasthesh, teen mahabha. Three very, very potent forms of devotional service. Bhakta pada dhuli. Bhakta pada dhuli means dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotee. Bhakta pada jal means water. What kind of water? Washing the lotus feet of pure devotee. Charanamrita. Then remnants of food to the pure devotees. From material point of view, these three are very contaminated. Right or wrong? And spiritually it's also very contaminated. As soon as you take this, you will be contaminated. And what is the contamination? You will get Krishna consciousness. Right? Very, very powerful. So Prabhupada is the example of that kind of devotee. So Prabhupada was flying. Prabhupada was flying. First Acharya flying. And crossing the ocean. According to Shastra, if you cross the ocean, it's very sinful. So Prabhupada is beyond all these concepts. Somebody asked, Swamiji, you're flying. What is this? He said, what can I do? You're also flying. In order to catch you, I have to fly. That was Prabhupada's mood. So Prabhupada was in, I'll come back to the flight last time. So before that, so Prabhupada was in a car, limousine car. It's very long and very posh, expensive car. So reporters watched that. noticed that. And they wanted to, they want to catch him.
Yeah.
They asked Swamiji, you are a Swami, you are from India, the old man. Why this kind of car? Even the richest people cannot afford this car.
Yeah.
He said, what can I do? I am the guru of the richest country. And I am the representative of the richest person. They should have given me golden car.
Yeah.
But they have given this car. What can I do? I am using it. Reporters kept quiet. So they did not understand to whom they are dealing with. So that was Prabhupada's standard. He was very, very expert in dealing with situations. So Prabhupada was traveling in the flight, and Prabhupada used to carry some dry prasad. And his favorite was masala muri. Muri means puffed rice. If you want to get love of God, puffed rice is very important. Prabhupada used to take puffed rice and milk every day. So Prabhupada asked for food. He was hungry. Before that, air hostess came to offer some food. Prabhupada said, no, you don't want to take any flight food. So then the secretary gave that puffed rice. And Prabhupada was enjoying puffed rice in the flight. And the air hostess was very surprised to see this kind of food. She never saw this kind of food. So after Prabhupada finished his eating, then she approached the secretary. She said, what kind of food is this? He said, can I take? He said, why not? So secretary gave that Mahaprasad of Prabhupada to that lady, air hostess. The first part of the story. After many, many years in a remote place, I think in South America, the devotees were distributing books and doing harinams and kirtan. And they noticed there is a house in that area, all the remote area, forest type area. So they knocked at the door, and one lady opened the door. And they were surprised to see that she is a devotee. And when they enter into the house, they realize she is ISKCON devotee. And they're surprised that in this remote place, how it's possible to become devotee. Then they asked her, and she revealed that many years back, Srila Prabhupada was traveling in a flight. I was the air hostess, and I got masala muri. And I don't know what happened after that. My life completely changed. Yeah. I became a devotee of Krishna. This is the power of the remnants of a pure devotee. So Prabhupada ki jai. Yeah. You believe it works or it's a story? It works? How many of you believe it works? It will work provided you have faith. It is said in Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita, if you take a dip in Radha Kund, you're familiar with Radha Kund, right? Radha Kund is the topmost place in the entire creation. So Rupa Goswami says, if someone takes a dip in Radha Kund, when you will come out from the Radha Kund, you will have Gopi Bhav. Develop love of God. So one devotee told me, many devotees told, one devotee told Maharaj, what to talk about one time? I did 100 times. What to talk about Gopi Bhav? Kam Bhav is not going. Why? Because we don't have faith. Right? Narad Muni took a dip in Kusum Sarovar. Narad Muni. In a particular area in Kusum Sarovar. In Vrindavan. And when he came out, he became Naradi Gopi. With that desire, many devotees take a dip in that place. But they came out They came out as it is. No change. So why it's not happening? We don't have that level of conviction. We have to be very, very advanced in order to get the benefit of spiritual practices. So those who have faith in that, they will get the result. Same thing, but if you don't have faith, it will not work. If you think, oh, okay, it will not work. So that was Prabhupada's standard. So Prabhupada also was very expert manager. I'll tell different aspect of Prabhupada. So during Prabhupada's time, because devotees are less, that's why becoming a temple president was not a very attractive idea. Nowadays in India at least, becoming a temple president is very attractive. Right?
Yes.
But in Western world, it's not so attractive till now also. In many cases, the president is only resident. He has to do everything. So one devotee came to know that Srila Prabhupada is thinking to make him temple president. And he recently got married and this and that. So he thought that I will not become temple president. No way. But it will come from Prabhupada. So how to convince Prabhupada? So he did a lot of homework. And he was completely prepared to convince Prabhupada that he should not become temple president. So he was ready. So he's ready for the test. So Prabhupada called him. So he was ready. So as soon as he entered for obeisances, and Prabhupada said, I got an idea about you. And he understood now what's coming. And Prabhupada said, I'm thinking to give you sannyas. So but he was not prepared for that. He said, sannyas, I just got married. It's no problem. I take care. No, Prabhupada, I cannot take sannyas. I cannot. Prabhupada is giving a lot of arguments to why to take sannyas. And he was trying, but he was not so prepared, no? Then he was so frustrated. He said, Prabhupada, I am ready to do anything other than taking sannyas. He said, okay, become temple president. This is Prabhupada's style. You should not think, oh, whatever Prabhupada said, they follow. It's not like that. So Prabhupada had to manage so many things. I was just hearing Prabhupada's Vyas Puja. Early days, I think in Japan. So Prabhupada came for Vyas Puja celebration. Nothing was there. So Prabhupada said, where is Pushpa? They don't know what is the meaning of Pushpa. Tamal Krishna Maharaj was narrating the story. So Tamal Krishna Maharaj thought Pushpa means Pushpanna. So he entered the kitchen. There is no Pushpanna. He said, please prepare Pushpanna. So immediately they prepared Pushpanna and brought Pushpanna to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, there is Pushpa. Pushpa is flower. Why is this flower? They did not know that Vyasa Puja means Pushpa means flowers, not Pushpanna. Nothing was there. No paraphernalia, arati, nothing was there. Prabhupada said Vyasa Puja cancelled. Next day. So Prabhupada has to teach them how to celebrate Vyasa Puja. Not for himself. Because it is a duty of a disciple to celebrate Guru's Vyasa Puja. That is for the disciple. Guru does not need Vyasa Puja, but disciple should celebrate Vyasa Puja. That was the position of Prabhupada to have this kind of incident. So then, another aspect, Prabhupada was anyway. And one reporter asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, you came to England for what? What do you have to take from this place? Because people come to the West to take something, right? Dollar or pound, whatever currency is available. People come for that. But India should give. That is the position of India. So Prabhupada said that. Prabhupada said, I came here not to take. I came here to give. You people already took many things. When you left India, you took whatever was available. You took everything. But you forgot to take the real thing. The message of Bhagavad Gita. The spirituality. You forgot to take. That's why I came to give it to you. That was Prabhupada's mood. So we should also invite that kind of mood. Spiritual life means giving. Preaching means giving. Then he told the reporter that, see, that you people tried to control Indians, rule over India, could not do it. Right? And you were driven out. And that time, one British disciple was fanning Prabhupada. And he told, see, he is fanning me. I never paid him anything. This is the glory of Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada inspired people. And the way he handled his disciples, if you know the disciples, so many disciples, it's very, very powerful personalities. But in front of Prabhupada, they are fully surrendered. One Prabhupada disciple told that when I saw him in America, the way he was wearing the chadar, by seeing his style, I became attracted. Oh. And I surrendered my life to him. So once Prabhupada was giving lecture, and Prabhupada was given a very high Vyasasana. Very high. And Prabhupada sat there, and Prabhupada was in a very powerful mood that day, by sitting on the Vyasasana. As a good Vyasasana and high Vyasasana. And he told, in order to go back home, back to Godhead, you have to be 100% Krishna conscious. By hearing that, devotees become very sad. 100%. Prabhupada understood the mood of the devotees, that it is not practical for them to become 100% Krishna conscious. And Prabhupada said, okay, 90%. Still not so much inspiring. And Prabhupada said, 80%. Still, devotees are not so convinced. Then Prabhupada, he was coming down from the Vyasasana. He said, 70%, not less than that. And they all said, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So you should not feel like that, oh, now I can be 70% Krishna conscious. Then can go back home, back to God. That is not the mood. We should try for 100%. If some deficiency is there, in spite of giving our 100% endeavor, if some deficiency is there, spiritual master takes care of that. But if you go now, Prabhupada said 70%, if you try for 70%, it will come to 40%. So you should be always eager to give 100%. So that was Prabhupada's mood, that a disciple should give 100% for his spiritual master. So Prabhupada, about his identity, one disciple of Prabhupada was talking this past time. So Krishna told Prabhupada in the spiritual world, please go. Now we have a service to spread Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada refused. He said, I cannot go to that place. It's a horrible place. And I cannot live like Goswamis in Vrindavan under the tree. I cannot do that. Then Krishna told, no. What the Goswamis did, you don't have to do that. I will make all the arrangements. You just go, write your books and come back. So Prabhupada primarily came into this world. There are maybe many other purposes. The primary purpose is to write his books. Bhakti Vedanta purpose. And another aspect was defeat the scientists. These are the two main missions of Prabhupada. So Prabhupada came to write his books. And all of you know, when Prabhupada started this movement, he was so busy. While he was in Radha Damodar temple, he was absorbed in translating the books. But when he started ISKCON, to manage the ISKCON society as a founder Acharya, and all people are very, very new people, no idea about Krishna consciousness, he had to spend a lot of time. Then he started thinking, how can I translate my books? How can I write? Then he prayed to the Supreme Lord that, please bless me so that I can be free from sleeping, so that I can concentrate on my translation during night time. Then Prabhupada stopped almost sleeping 2 hours at night. Only 2 hours. 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Used to get up early in the, not early, midnight, and used to translate. I think translating books, writing books is very, very important service. And that is done during night time. Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he used to sleep at 7:30 in the evening. And used to get up 10 o'clock in the evening. So when I give lecture to the youth, I just play with this. Once I told that Bhaktivedanta Thakur used to sleep at 7:30 in the evening, and he used to get up at 10 o'clock. I never said in the evening. And they were so happy. They were 10 o'clock in the morning. Then when I told it's not 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, they enter into depression. What's the point of sleeping? So Prabhupada used to say, a pure devotee never sleeps. And by hearing that, we go into sleep. No hope. So Prabhupada used to translate for hours and hours, wherever he is, whether it's in Mumbai, whether it's in Mayapur, Vrindavan, London, New York, Los Angeles, wherever he is, he used to translate. And in Bhaktivedanta manner, he spent a lot of time to translate his books. So therefore, writing books is very, very important. And Prabhupada's Bhaktivedanta purport is very, very unique. How? So Guru Maharaj was narrating a story, beautiful story. So all of you know that Narottam Das Thakur received love of God. From where? From the water of Padma river. Have you heard this? Yeah. And who gave that love? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already predicted that he used to loudly chant, Narottam, Narottam. That time Narottam was not there in the plan. Nityananda understood. And Mahaprabhu kept that love of Godhead in the Padma river and told Padma river, when Narottam will come, please give this love to him. Padma river said, okay, I'll do that, but how can I recognize that person is Narottam? Then Mahaprabhu said, the emotions, ecstasy you are feeling now by my touch, when that kind of ecstasy you will feel from the touch of another one's body, that person is Narottam. So Narottam got love of God before initiation. Okay. So his whole body got transformed, his heart got transformed after receiving that love. So by hearing this story, people ask then, Mahaprabhu kept love of Godhead in the water of Padma river for Narottam. But where he kept love of Godhead for us, we are also his followers now. And he's very compassionate, merciful incarnation. He must have made some arrangement. So explanation is that yes, he has made that arrangement. And what is the arrangement? He has kept this love of Godhead in Bhakti Vedanta purports. So if you dive into Bhakti Vedanta purports, then you can experience that. Prabhupada used to say, my purport is my devotional ecstasy. He said, I never wrote this book. He used to read his own book. And people used to be surprised why he's reading his own book. He said, I never wrote this book. How can I write this book? Krishna dictated, I just wrote. So that was Prabhupada's position. So Prabhupada's books are at the platform of revealed knowledge. There are three levels of knowledge: acquired knowledge, realized knowledge, revealed knowledge. What is acquired knowledge? Information. Right? By reading, by studying, by doing Google search, you get information. There is no scarcity of information in the modern era. Fingertip, all information is available. That is called acquired knowledge. But acquired knowledge is not the sufficient qualification to attain spiritual perfection. We must have realization. Right? So how acquired knowledge will become realized knowledge? When you practice that knowledge. So practice gives realization. You can know many Shastra. You can chant all 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita. You can chant all 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. You may not know Srimad Bhagavatam. By chanting verses, you cannot understand Vedic knowledge. For that, we have to realize. And realization comes from practice and menial service. So one scholarly person, very high profile person, the Vice Chancellor of Benares Hindu University, came to meet Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. And he said that I have some questions. Intelligent people have many questions. And they ask questions to impress others also. And they know that I am very intelligent. So Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada understood that he has come with that mood. Then he said, I don't have time today, I am very busy. But my disciples can answer your question. Said, okay, so where can I find your disciples? He said, next door. So he went there, and that was deity kitchen. And the bhog offering has already been done, and they are cleaning the kitchen. Backup service was going. So he entered into the room and told that your Guru sent me to you. You can answer my question. He said, yes, definitely we'll answer your question. But today some devotees did not turn up for the service. So we are a little behind. So if you can help us to clean the kitchen, then we can answer your question. So he was a little surprised and shocked also, but he started cleaning the kitchen. After cleaning was over, then the disciples told, you can ask question. He said, I have no question. I got all the answers. This is the power of many. That's why simple people will understand the intricate part of Shastra. But many scholarly people cannot understand the intricate part of Shastra. Why? Because of that realization. So realization does not come from your intellect. Realization comes from your service. That's why Prabhupada has established ISKCON to give the opportunity to anyone to engage in service. ISKCON is the platform of Abhideya. Because Sambandha you get immediately, right? As soon as you enter into ISKCON, you will not have any confusion who is God. Right or wrong? You will be very much convinced that Krishna is God. Society's name is International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Many, not many, some of his main person of Prabhupada told Prabhupada, Krishna Consciousness is not a good name. We should give the name International Society for God Consciousness. Prabhupada said that most confusion happens in the terminology of God only. I want to have that confusion. If he took that name, then ISKCON will not be ISKCON. What will be? Is gone. Krishna is gone. Right? So that's why Prabhupada has given the name International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Very, very clear. As soon as you enter, who is God? Sambandha is immediately established. Brahmanda Bhumite Kuna Bhagavaji, Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Latavi. Someone may take millions of lifetime to know Krishna is God. But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, anybody, anyone, entering into his wonderful society, the first day itself, he'll know who is God. Krishna is God. So how many of you accept Krishna is God? What you are talking? Huh? So Krishna is God. But Krishna is not God only. Krishna is the supreme personality of God. Another terminology Prabhupada has introduced, right? Swayam Bhagavan. Krishna is not Bhagavan only. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan, God of all gods. We give the seminar one God and many gods. Our philosophy is one God and many gods, both. Achinta Bhed, Aveda Tattva. But if you go at the root, Krishna is the original God. So then one person came to meet Prabhupada. Not one, two. Two big government officials who came to meet Srila Prabhupada. And that time Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, I think. And Prabhupada was counting money. Prabhupada was very expert in counting money. Because he was a businessman before, no? Prabhupada was expert in everything. He should somebody asked Prabhupada, what is the duty of a sannyasi? Says Prabhupada told that, follow me. Morning Bhagavatam class, afternoon in the bank. So Prabhupada was very expert. So one picture came in the newspaper that one yogi is totally away from money. Is not touching the money. And that picture became very popular, not viral, that is social media also there, popular. Became very popular. And some disciples told Prabhupada, he's very famous, he's so detached. So Prabhupada said, I want to take another picture. Bring a lot of money. I'll hold all the money and take a picture. He said he doesn't know how to engage the money in the service of the Lord, but I know. So one factory owner came to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada, he told Prabhupada, I am having a lot of headache, lot of tension, anxiety. Why? He said, I have many factories to run. Very difficult. He said, no problem. I can solve the problem immediately. What's the solution, Prabhupada? Give all the factories to me. So I manage the factory, no problem. You join our institution. Immediately he said, Swamiji, I'm going. He said, give your phone number. He said, no, I have your phone number. The people, they are having anxiety, but they don't want to solve the anxiety. Solution is there, but we don't want to take that solution. So Prabhupada was counting money in Vrindavan. The secretary is told, you have to wait. Why? It's counting money. Somehow they came and they saw the founder Acharya, the sannyasi, the old man, is counting money. What impression they'll get? So after counting money, Prabhupada called his secretary. He said, this money is for Bombay project. This money is for Mayapur project. This money is for Vrindavan project. This is Prabhupada. So Prabhupada engaged everything in the service of the Lord. So one businessman in Calcutta, time is up, time is already up. So one businessman in Kolkata, now is Kolkata, at Calcutta that time, he wanted to meet Srila Prabhupada. And he told his secretary that I want to meet him privately. Nobody should be there. Said, why? No, I have to talk something private. Then secretary told him that you have to wait. Then he said, no problem, I can wait. So every other people met Prabhupada and left. Then at the end, that businessman got the opportunity to meet Srila Prabhupada. In the room of Prabhupada, he started talking. Swamiji, can you tell us, can you tell me the secret? I heard that you went with 40 rupees. Oh, yeah, 40 million, 50 billion. How did you do that?
What business you do?
What kind of business you do? Prabhupada said, I did only one business. What is that, Prabhupada? I only chanted the holy name. He said, okay, that is okay, but what you exactly did? Said, that's what I did. I just chanted under the tree in New York City, and from that everything began. Everything manifested from the holy name. And that's what Prabhupada's godbrother told his disciples. I think one disciple went to meet Prabhupada's godbrother. He said, can you tell what is the secret of his success? He said that this Swami had complete faith in the holy name. Complete faith in the holy name. And that is the secret of his success. So Prabhupada landed in America. He did not have anything, but he had three very, very precious things. Number one, he had the holy name. Number two, he had Srimad Bhagavatam. And number three, he had the mercy and instruction of his spiritual master. If we have these three things in our life, we can be successful in our preaching mission. These are the real wealth. But for us, as soon as some service is given, checklist, I need this, I need that. That kind of privilege Prabhupada did not have. Prabhupada landed in America, he did not know whether to go right, left. He didn't know anything. Nobody was there to follow. Right? But Prabhupada was fully convinced that he will be successful. Why? Why? Because he had these three things. And he was so humble, he said, I never went to America. I never went to America. Srimad Bhagavatam went to America, and I have to travel with him. He knew that Srimad Bhagavatam is preaching Krishna consciousness. Books are the basis. He got the instruction in 1920 to preach, but he was ready to go to America in the year 1965. Why? Because in that year, his first canto in 3 volumes was complete. That time he thought, now I am ready, because I have at least first canto. Because he knew Srimad Bhagavatam is to create the spiritual revolution. Because in Srimad Bhagavatam itself it is said that this book, this literature will have a spiritual revolution all over the world. So Prabhupada had complete faith in that. That's why he was diligently trying to make that translation and purport ready, at least for the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. That was his conviction. So therefore, preaching Krishna consciousness is very, very important, but quality of a preacher is exhibited by Srila Prabhupada by his own example. So maybe it's almost 9:30.
Very nice. Different world actually. Just
So I have to sum up because all are thinking when it will end.
no, everyone is absorbed, I think. You all are absorbed.
So I'll tell one more story to complete Srila Prabhupada's life discussion today. So Prabhupada was instructed by a spiritual master to spread the mission all over the world. But he never thought that I am qualified. He thought that why my Guru Maharaj chose me. He has so many qualified disciples, right? But he chose Pracharak to make it happen. Why? It doesn't mean that others could not do. He was chosen by the Supreme Personality of. But he was very, very humble. All his god brothers came to this part of the world, Europe, UK, and they could not succeed much. They could not do much. Then when somebody asked Prabhupada, why you chose America? All your god brothers chose Europe. He said, I chose America because I was thinking that my stalwart god brothers could not succeed in Europe. I thought better to fail in a new place. So that was Prabhupada's mood. He said, if I have to fail, why not fail in a new place? And if you fail in America, that will be also glorious. But I failed in America. That was his mood. So he never thought that I am very qualified. So that is the best qualification. When someone thinks he is not qualified. And that mood he carried throughout his life. And after establishing ISKCON also, he never took any credit. Whenever somebody asked, Prabhupada, you have done so much. He said, I have not done anything. Everything is done by my disciples. They are the representative of my Guru Maharaj. And everything is happening by the mercy of my spiritual master, Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pracharak Acharya, Ashtatar Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. So, Prabhupada gave all the credit to his spiritual master and his disciples. He maintained that mood always, because that is his. So when we become the instrument in the hand of the spiritual master and the previous Acharya, then we become empowered to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
ISKCON founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
Any question or comment for 5 minutes?
I just got one question.
Question, yeah.
As you mentioned, Maharaj, Prabhupada had very little time when he started the ISKCON movement as well. So he was using that time very well in all the areas. But when we come to this generation now, somehow or the other, we tend to become lenient about the time. We may not value the time. We may think that we have enough time to do. So how can we understand the importance of time and utilize well in Krishna consciousness? Understand that.
How to understand the importance of time? How to understand? When you understand that anytime you can die.
Yeah.
We can value the time when we think today is my last day. Right? Why Prabhupada was so focused? Because he knew that he had very limited amount of time. Parikshit Maharaj was very serious in Krishna consciousness. Why? Because he knew he only has 7 days. But we don't know whether we have 7 seconds or not, but we are very happy. That is our problem. बाद में serious बनेंगे. Work now, samadhi later. We are thinking we will be serious later on. That day will never come. Some devotees say, now I am just doing the planning. I put so much money in the bank and I have some source of income and I can peacefully do bhajan. You think any day that will happen?
No way.
It never happened. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. Bhajan, doing bhajan peacefully, it doesn't exist. We should do bhajan to become peaceful. Not that becoming peaceful, then do bhajan. So if you do bhajan properly, then you will become peaceful. This world is the world of danger. Every step there is a danger. Right? But we don't realize that. Why? Because of ignorance. Ignorance covers our understanding. It's called avaranatmika maya, covering potency. And because of that covering potency, we are thinking we are okay. Right? When spiritual journey begins, when we realize that we are not okay. So Prabhupada was updated by a disciple that we are not able to sell books because one book is selling very nicely in America. What was the name of the book? I am okay, you are okay. That was the name of the book. Very positive. You are okay, I am okay, I am okay, you are okay. So Prabhupada said, okay, I will give you another tip to distribute my book. You can tell them that I am okay, but you are not okay. If you take this book, you will also become okay. So the point is that we are not okay, but we are thinking we are okay because of the covering potency of the Supreme Personality. So why you are not serious? Because we are not understanding the danger. That's why you are not alive. That's the point. Okay? Hare Krishna. Any other point, question, reflection?
Very nice story and Maharaj. You mentioned about that in network instruction, it mentioned that if you take a dip in the good, you get a good bhav, but we are recommended not to have a dip in the Radha Kund. Is it behind?
So Prabhupada has spoken nectar of instruction, and after that, devotees went to Radha Kund, started jumping in Radha Kund, swimming, playing like a swimming pool. Then Prabhupada told, better don't do that. Because you don't have any idea what is Radha Kund. It's not that we are not allowed to dip in Radha Kund. We are allowed, but we have to be very, very conscious that this Radha Kund is non-different from Radharani, the liquid form of Radharani. We should not touch the feet also. How you can do that? Just like Ramanujacharya, when he went to Tirumala hill, he did not walk on that. He was crawling and went up to the Tirumala hill because he knew this is non-different from Ananta. So you don't have that kind of Shraddha. That's why you are not going to get the result. Okay? And I think one Acharya told, who is qualified to take bath in Radha Kund? Who has developed the level of Bhava Bhakti. Someone who has the level of Bhava is qualified to take dip in Radha Kund, and when he come out from the Radha Kund water, he will get love of God. Prema. Okay? Any other point? Okay, I think. So the population is more this side, but they are not asking questions.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class. Like since you talked about like Bhav Bhakti, so how can one transition from like Sadhan Bhakti to Bhav Bhakti? So what are the main impediments, and how can one like transition to that stage of Bhav Bhakti?
Okay. From Prabhupada to Bhava. Okay. He's asking a question that how we can come to the platform of Bhava from sadhana, right? And what are the obstacles? So Mahaprabhu analytically explained to Rupa Goswami how to get love of Godhead, not Bhava, love. And he said that by doing Shravan Kirtan, we get love of Godhead. Sadhana Bhakti teke hoy roti rudhay, roti garo hoile prem nam. How we can get Bhava? By doing sadhana. There's a process. But in that process, there are two obstacles. One obstacle is offenses. Second obstacles are anarthas. Two obstacles. The Vaishnava aparad, offending the Vaishnavas, is one of the greatest obstacles on the path of attaining Bhava. And what are the anarthas? Mahaprabhu has spoken 6 varieties. Not last angle, in different varieties. That variety is also there. But Mahaprabhu said, Nisiddhachar kutinati jivahingshan labh puja pratishtha dijato upashakha agan. Nisiddhachar, one variety of anartha. Nisiddhachar means sinful activities. Kutinati means politics. Jivahingshan means becoming envious of others, doing harm to others. Labh means profit. Puja, adoration. Pratishtha, position. So these are the 6 varieties of anarthas, which are the stumbling blocks on the path of attaining Bhava and Prema. Okay? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Time is up. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His Holiness Bhakti Pracharak Pracharak Swami Maharaj. A very quick announcement because devotees all are here, and Maharaj was speaking about Srimad Bhagavatam, as Prabhupada had Srimad Bhagavatam with him when he went to the Western world. So it's a very good opportunity for all of us that we, this is a Bhadra campaign going on all over the world. We were discussing about this also with Maharaj. Oh, you may not. So we were discussing with Maharaj also because all over the world this Bhadra campaign is going on right now to give this wonderful transcendental literature of Srimad Bhagavatam. Obviously, the transcendental purports given by Srila Prabhupada, the Bhaktivedanta purports, are the actual ecstasy, as Maharaj mentioned. So it will be really nice since you all are here. It's a great opportunity that we can take Srimad Bhagavatam, the real blessings of Srimad Bhagavatam, from the lotus hands of Maharaj here today. So if any one of you would really like to take that opportunity to become, really, come into that ecstasy, get real, the blessings of Srila Prabhupada, the blessings of Srimad Bhagavatam, the blessings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think there is no other better occasion compared to today. So today is the best day to actually get the real blessings of Srimad Bhagavatam and Srila Prabhupada. So if any one of you would like to take that blessings home today, please let us know. So you can take, we have Bhagavatam or yeah, we have. So we have some copies of Bhagavatam here.
They can pledge.
You can pledge and even if you have a first 10%. So you can pledge here and eventually get the blessings.
So what is the price? 200 pounds?
With
Also the installments also.
Yes, that's what I'm telling.
Yeah.
Price is very important to be announced. So it's only 18 volumes. It's a big chance because the reading books is very, very difficult nowadays. For Kali Yuga, they don't read, they only hear, and that's also about 30 seconds, 1 minute. So our Sukadev Goswami spoke for 7 days and 7 nights. Rishit Maharaj heard continuously. It's a devotional classic, and Prabhupada also translated and given purport. So this 200 pounds you can place now, give it in installments, but you can start deciding today. And Bhadra Purnima, you will tell what is Bhadra Purnima. Bhadra Purnima is a Purnima in the month of Bhadra. And on that day, Srimad Bhagavatam discussion for 7 days was concluded by Sukadeva Goswami at the bank of Ganges. So very, very auspicious. And this year, GBC of ISKCON Society, the Book Distribution Ministry of ISKCON Society has decided to distribute 100,008, 108 Srimad Bhagavatam sets all over the world. And UK being very, very prominent and successful yatra, and East London is very, very powerful part of that yatra, can take some powerful steps to make Srimad Bhagavatam available in every house of East London. Hare Krishna.
So this is your chance now. Maharaj explained so nicely. So the ball is in your court. So please take this opportunity, and you may not get this type of wonderful opportunity in the Association of Vaishnavas. The night when we talked about Srila Prabhupada and from the lotus hands of Maharaj as well.
We will also give that.
You can, yeah, if you sometimes you think like, I already have a set of Bhagavatam at home, you can still take and gift it to someone. And as Maharaj was mentioning about Bhadra Purnima also, on the day of Bhadra Purnima, actually, if you give it to someone as a gift to a worthy person, then your ticket going back to what it is also, kind of confirmed.
Not kind of, confirmed. That's I doubt.
Because I was looking at you, that's good.
No doubt.
Yes, there is no doubt. So on the Bhadra Purnima day, if you actually on the on the golden throne, if you give it to someone who's a worthy person and actually they will read, your ticket going back to God is confirmed.
They should also read.
They should also read this.
Prabhupada, I want to give it on the Bhadra Purnima day from the hands of Maharaj to somebody in Mayapur.
So you can pledge that.
Yes.
Vidya Bhushan Prabhu is pledging one. Haribol. Thank you. Anyone else?
How many of you have Srimad Bhagavatam at your home? Yeah, the good news and bad news both. So they are thinking, what I will do with the Srimad Bhagavatam? If you have, that is very good. But better than that, you distribute. Prabhupada wanted that Srimad Bhagavatam set should be there in the house of every respectable person of the world. So it's our duty not to have books. We should study those books and also distribute. So book distribution is the most pleasing service to Srila Prabhupada. So he did so much. He gave up his comforts, gave up his sleep. He took so much trouble to translate those books. Now we don't have to do that. We don't have to translate, we don't have to publish, everything is ready-made. We just have to distribute. Why not take that little trouble? Little trouble will give you immense spiritual benefit and you feel also bliss in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. You should not be happy that I have only one book.
I also want to.
Yeah, very good one. You can, in that way, everybody should play at least one. Srimad Bhagavatam.
Same like my daughter.
Okay, you can note down.
Who is the contact person for your campaign?
So Sankirtan,
Tell
Aarti Mataji. So
they can
please
contact
do
her.
contact Aarti Mataji before you go home. So you give your name to Aarti Mataji.
Later on also they can contact, but if they can contact before they are going home, it's good.
Yeah. So she will give you the link. So you can pay. I mean, basically it's an installment option. It's a very wonderful opportunity. So you can take the link and pay by installment.
Why not? How many? 200 pounds, right?
Yeah. So
And
you got 17 pounds.
how many days now from here to Bhadra Purnima now?
September, mid-July. So it's now mid-June. September 3.
So how many days?
90.
90 days. 200 pounds. So 200 pounds by 90 days. So that 100 days. So 100 days. 100 days, 200 pounds. So 2 pounds a day. Very big. How many of you think that keeping 2 pounds a day for next 100 days is very difficult thing?
Less than a
2 pounds a day.
Less than a
Yeah. So please take it in that way. Always think in that way. If you have money, but you have to find that. So I am showing you how to find the money without having heart attack. So 2 pounds a day. Okay? Hare Krishna. So now go for prasadam, I think. Prasadam is there for everyone. Very good.
Swami Maharaj ki jai. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande. So prasadam se bhaktyag mein hai.